Setting aside evidence, why do I like the theory of evolution? I like it because it guides my ability to help patients improve their health and overcome and prevent illness. Three main theories exist in healthcare. 1. The God model. God, or the supernatural, created us without any clear instruction manual about how to stay healthy or overcome illness. Yes, religious texts give health advice, but without a clear picture, often with multiple contradictions, and lacking any unifying philosophy to guide us except in the best case that God said so, or in the worst case that illness is simply a tool of punishment that God applies to the wicked. 2. The allopathic medical model that assumes that neither God nor supernatural intelligence created us, therefore we randomly exist the way we do. Illness is simply bad luck. You had a physical injury, you caught a virus or other disease-causing microbe. 3. The evolution theory. This assumes that supernatural powers were absent in creating us, but that our bodies evolved to be perfectly healthy from birth to death without disease when living in the environment within which we evolved. In other words, every aspect of the human body, mind, and function exists for a specific reason, and that reason is to be perfectly healthy within a specific environment. Illness assumes dysfunction in the environment, not dysfunction in the human system itself. Since new questions come up daily, as each person is unique, and therefore each illness is unique, and since I can't have a literal conversation of words with God, intuition can only take one so far, and religious texts are currently static and certainly limited on their health instruction in today's world of ubiquitous chronic insidious illness, the supernatural creation theory is very limited in the scope of illness that it can help us treat today. The allopathic medical model is a terrifying place to live because it means that at any moment illness could strike for no reason with no warning. And while this is somewhat true, the stress of this idea certainly hastens the inevitable onslaught of illness it expects. Allopathy also tends to largely ignore the human's environment since illness is mostly random. Food and diet are very little importance except in the most general ways like get enough calories so you don't starve to death and eat a vegetable like ketchup now and again. Prevention is thought to be nearly impossible since the cause of disease being random is essentially unknowable. However, employing the scientific method allows medicine to understand how illness affects the body, and therefore how to artificially treat the illness with performance-enhancing chemicals or synthetic replacement parts after the fact. In other words, allopathic medical theory treats humans like a car, no use trying to prevent the parts from wearing out, just drive the car until a part wears out, then replace the part with a new one, then carry on as usual. The evolution theory of health assumes that all life adapts to wear and tear, not only preventing its parts from wearing out over time, but making its parts stronger after exposure to wear and tear. Think about it, when you cause wear and tear on your biceps by lifting weights with them, not only do your biceps not wear out, they become bigger and stronger. It's true with the joints and bones, they become stronger with wear and tear, or they do when living in the genetically expected environment. For example, when living on the space station orbiting Earth, there is no wear and tear on the body due to a lack of gravity, and as a result, the muscles and joints weaken and wither away. But the evolution theory of health also assumes that the body can only adapt to very specific types of wear and tear, namely the ones that were around while it evolved. And because modern human environments largely never existed before now, our bodies have little to no ability to adapt successful meaning without illness. And so illness is the body's failed attempt to adapt to today's novel environment. And as you can see, the evolution theory of health opens the door to finding the cause of illness so that we can prevent it. All we have to do is find which modern environment changes our bodies are failing to adapt to and then, if possible, change the environment to something closer to what our bodies expect and know how to adapt to. It turns out there are two categories of environmental issues regarding human health. 1. Things we need to embrace. 2. Things we need to avoid. Within each of these categories we can scale each thing on level of severity. For example, 2 things we need to embrace are clean air to breathe and omega-3 in our diet. His lung condition often goes away completely after increasing the omega-3 in his diet for several months. You can probably guess much of what is on the list of things to embrace and things to avoid in order to regain our illness-free birthright. Just picture a hunter-gatherer's lifestyle, and it begins to become clear. A few examples. Embrace whole, fresh, unprocessed foods, a widely varied diet, walking outside in nature routinely, clean water, clean air, close-knit group of healthy, fun-loving friends and family, lots of sunshine on naked skin, infants being breastfed and being with mom 24/7. Children observing adults being functional, healthy humans at work and play, routine singing and dancing, storytelling, fun games, laughter, good humor, instincts and intuition, positive spiritual connection with loved ones who have died. Avoid junk food, processed foods, milk after weaning, chemicals, pollution, sitting all day, violence, watching violence, humans who are chronically ill, any high-stress situation that lasts more than a few minutes, extreme physical exertion that lasts more than a few minutes. Looking forward. Yours in health, Dr. Compise, Fresno Chiropractor.